Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jake with Mind Over Mind, and today I'm going to be reviewing Tahu, Master of Fire. Without further ado, let's begin. And here he is, Tahu himself, looking off into the distance. This is actually one of the cooler LEGO Bionicle 2015 Toa sets, or Master sets, of the Winter Wave. I really like the looks of this guy, and you know what? It's Tahu, and I have so much nostalgia for the character. And you know what? I'm just so happy Bionicle's back, and let's go ahead and talk about this set. Now, I do want to go over the set information for this build. Unfortunately, I don't have the box anymore. I actually threw it out after I built this guy. This was one of the very first Toa sets or Master sets I got when it initially launched, and I just decided not to keep the box. I didn't think it'd be important, but I wish I'd kept it. But I'm still going to put the set information on the screen. So, Tahu is for ages 8 through 14, it is set number 70787, and it contains 89 pieces. Now, Tahu is kind of the fiery, hot-headed leader of the Toa team, and you know what? It really shows. There are some crazy elements of this set I really like a lot, and it really kind of captures his kind of personality. I like it. I'm just gonna pan from head to foot, or foot to head, head to toe, toe to head. You can see the gold mask, Skull Spider. We'll go over that in a little bit. You can see his leg pieces, his two kind of katana type weapons on his back, which we'll go over. And yeah, I like this set a lot, as I've said a bunch of times. But let's go ahead and go over the functions before Poseability. Like all the other Toa sets, you basically wind this yellow knob here. Both his arms go back and forth, and it's a very cool function. I just love how the gear functions are back with Bionicle. It's just something I really liked about the original generation of Bionicle, and it's just something that they brought back in full force. The other function that he has is basically you press the back of his mask goes flying, which allows the Skull Spider to basically take control. So this is the Skull Spider. It's a mask of sorts, and it has these kind of four legs protruding out of it. Now these legs connect to the mask itself due to these connector points, and you can basically latch on the Skull Spider to the Toa or Master's head, wrap the legs around the back of the head so it won't pop off anytime soon, and these legs kind of just go there. I see a lot of people taking them off when they pose the figure itself, but you can also wrap the back legs around the head to ensure kind of like a safe, you just know that he's not going to pop off anytime soon. But if you go ahead and unwrap those legs, you can press the back of the mask or head, and it flies off just like normal. Now, of course, Tahu comes with the golden mask, and it's very cool. It's just, you know, the same mask, just recolored for gold, because these are the masks that they're looking for ultimate power. And they basically just slap him right on there, and that's Tahu. Now, he kind of suffers from the same problem that I saw with Kopaka, where there's this big chunk of gold at the top of the set. But, however, this is a little bit different because these two translucent orange pieces kind of break up that color scheme well. And it's not a huge problem in my opinion. It's actually not that bad at all due to those, you know, translucent pieces. If you want to see what a real cluster of gold looks like, check out my Kopaka review. Man, that was a mess. But I usually pose him with his original red mask anyway. I just think it fits his color scheme better. Speaking of color scheme, I really like the color scheme for this set. The red, orange, and gold really go together nicely, and the gold is actually a nice addition, which was not in the color scheme originally in 2001. It's something that I really like, and it's really cool to see how basically almost all of the Toa have kind of a gold element, or at least the bigger Toa sets. Toa, Kopaka, and Onua all have this gold element, and it really kind of shows that yes, they are more beefy, they are bigger, they're more important kind of than the other smaller Toa, just because they have these gold emphasizing pieces. It shows that they're kind of like the head honchos of the Toa team, if you know what I mean. I really like these lava boards slash fire swords. Basically, there are two separate pieces. There's this one silver piece which really resembles Toa Lakan's fire lava boards slash swords. If you are a fan of the original generation, basically in old Toa, had these same kind of lava board pieces. But the second piece is this neon, or not neon, but translucent piece right there. Fits in snug right in there, and it basically creates an elemental flame sword. You of course can take those apart, put them together on his feet, which creates the lava board, but I will show that in a little bit. I want to go over Poseability before we get there. So basically, there's 3 joints in the legs and arms, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And basically, you can move these back and forth at will. Side to side works really well too, back and forth. And you can't top the Poseability of this figure. The Lego team did a great job when they really designed these characters with Poseability in mind. You can really strike him in any pose that you kind of please to put him in. I mean, there's just so many possibilities for this set. And not just this set, but all of the Toa sets in general. There's a nice mix between Poseability and function, because you can, you know, wind his arms back like this, and due to the friction gears and joints, they will stay in that place. And then you can go ahead and even add some more Poseability. You can even like stick his fire sword up like he's kind of resting it on his shoulder. That looks actually pretty cool, something I had never done before. Look at that! That's something I did on the fly. It looks pretty cool. But you know what I mean. The Poseability is great. The function combined with the Poseability is even better. And it's just something that I really like. Now, I have to put this in this category, Poseability, because this kind of does fall into that. He has these 2 kind of katanas in the back of his back. These are able to be taken off and wielded when he has his surfboard, lava surfboard, but you could also put him up, these kind of katanas up like this, and it kind of gives him more of an angry, like, kind of flare look when he's like in that action pose that I had him in earlier. It kind of shows that he means business, like he's ready to spring into action. I don't know how to describe it. It really adds a lot to the character. It just gives more possibilities for Poseability. And honestly, it reminds me of Bumblebee from Transformers, when the door pieces kind of swing up behind him. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But I like it a lot. It's a nice addition, and it's kind of far out there, but it works for this set, and I like it a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those down. Now I'm going to show you what Tahu looks like when he has his lava board. And here you go, Toa Tahu on his lava board with his golden machete type weapons in hand. It's very simple to do this transformation. Basically, you take his fire swords off of his hands and put them together. They slide really nice together, and basically put them on his foot, and there you go. It's a really quick transformation, and it took me about all of 30 seconds to do both the swords and the fireboard. I do like him a lot this way, but I like him better with his swords, his double fire swords. He looks more intimidating that way, and it's just preference. It's up to you. But I do like him the other way, so let's go ahead and switch him back. Alright, final thoughts on this character. Basically, there is just a couple things that I want to mention. Some things that kind of irk me about this set, but I'll also throw in a couple pros in there as well, not just cons. But I do want to do cons first, because why not get the bad stuff out of the way and then enjoy the good stuff later on? That's my mentality, if you know what I'm saying. Now, for the first thing, I wish they had found a different piece for his kind of shin armor, because his torso is the same exact piece, and to me it just looks like 2 upside down torso armor pieces there. Kind of just, you know, it's more of the same. I wanted to see 2 different armor pieces. And along those lines, the back of his legs, his calves I guess, are kind of open and exposed in comparison to some of the other Toa sets. They have some kind of back armor, at least Kopaka does. They have a really good job with that. And some of the other Toa sets as well do a fine job getting around that. A pro I would have to say is his chest print. Just like all the other Toa sets, he has a chest print. Basically, it shows some cool designs right here, and it shows that this guy is, yes, a bionic figure. You see kind of some under the hood stuff going on, and it looks really cool. It's reflective, and that does nice. It looks cool with the whole character and the overall color scheme of the set. That's pretty much it for Toa Tahu. Do you like the set? Do you own it? Do you want it? Let me know in the comments below, and other ideas that you just may randomly have while typing in a comment. This has been Jake with Mind Over Mind. I will catch you guys in the next Bionicle review. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.